I hope you guys are having the best day so far. I know it has been a whole heap and help of fun for me. My phone just did voice to text to whoever was the last person that just messaged me. So that just happened. Sorry, whoever that was. You're probably like, what is she talking about? Anywho, so let me go ahead and start by saying I'm Martha Krejci and I do things like that. My phone will pick up voice to text and then send random folks the beginning of my video. So there's that. I am a business growth expert. Okay, so I work with businesses. This is if you haven't met me before. If you have met me before, you already know the business. But I work with businesses that don't even know what businesses they want to start yet, all the way up to Fortune 100 companies. Okay, I help people be able to understand what business they should be creating, and then also how to be able to build that business without needing ads, okay? On relationships in service to others. So you can see how that would be valuable to somebody who A, is just starting out, all the way to Fortune 100 companies, because it lowers cost per acquisition. That's a nerdy term for money spent, okay? So that said, hi, I'm Martha, and that's me. Today, what we're going to be talking about is one of my favorite subjects. I love to talk about this. This is one of those subjects I could sit and drink decaf all night with somebody and have this conversation. I just love it, okay? Are entrepreneurs born or bred, okay? I'm going to share some stories, and then I'm going to tell you what my thoughts are, okay? And then I would love to hear your thoughts also. So let's see. If you are watching on the YouTubes, do make sure that you click on the subscribe button. Whoop. And then also the bell so you get notified when new videos come on, okay? If you're watching somewhere else, what you're going to do at the end of this video, if you like what I'm talking about, if you don't like what I'm talking about, you shouldn't be watching all the way to the end because that's weird, okay? It's just weird. Anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to go over to YouTube, search my first and last name, and then you're going to click on the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified when new videos come on, because this. Boop. Boo! Because you win things. Because presents. Because presents is why. There. Okay. Anywho, you guys, all you guys have to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel and commenting on my YouTube every single week and a gift. All right? You don't have to buy anything. We just send you stuff, all right? Hi, I'm Martha, and we like to just give you stuff. Also, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This link is in the description of this video. You can click on the premiere. The premiere this week is three things that you actually need for your business. Okay? 3 things you actually need, not crap. Okay? 3 things that you actually need. All right? So that is the premiere. I love the premieres because I get to hang out with you and chat in the comments, and I kind of enjoy that a whole lot. You should just ask Mike. Because I'm like, oh, they just said this, and oh, they just said this, da-da-da. Like that's couch time at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard on Friday. That's how it goes. Rachel, good morning. Megan, good morning. Janelle, hello, love your yellow. I love yellow too, so much. Mary, good morning. Martha, good morning to you. Michelle, blessings there, sunshine. Aw, shucks. Carrie Lynn, good morning, Martha. Yellow is looking great. I just adore yellow, you guys. That's why it's a brand color. Did you also know that another reason it's a brand color is because it was my dad's favorite color? Yellow was my dad's favorite color. There's something that you may not know, but that is another reason that it's a brand color, also the color of my car. It's because it's my dad's favorite color. Christiana, good morning. Mary, Martha, where did your t-shirts go? Oh, I was just thinking about that today because I saw Kendra with one of them on in a post. Go, Kendra. Actually, I scrolled past it and Mommy. Nora. That was weird. Nora was like, Mommy, that's you. And I'm like, no, that's Kendra, but close. Very close. Very, very close. I'll have the link for it. It'll get on the website too. Everything will make its way onto the website, I promise. We're in a transition process, and it's very cool, but it's we're making headway. Lorna, good morning. Court, good morning from Canada. Jenny, good morning. Cindy, good morning. Michelle, P.S. I love that you normalize the puke zone. I 100% normalize that. If we don't ever have a puke zone, you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's a double negative, but you know what I mean? You're not doing things if you don't get in the puke zone. If you don't feel a little pukey every once in a while, you aren't doing big. Opinion, it's my opinion. I think that we should jump from puke zone to puke zone to puke zone to puke zone, and that way we know we are growing like crazy. If you're not in the puke zone, you ain't growing. Let's do it. Let's do this. Kayla, good morning. Martina, hey, Martha, looking like sunshine. Aw, shucks. Elle, hello from Kentucky. I love it. Love it, love it. Nicole, hello. My streaming stopped for a second. Sorry if that was weird for you guys. Anywho, I would say both. They're born and bred, okay? So essentially, what that means, well, let me tell you a story. So I remember when I was a little kid and I was riding on a school bus, and kids on the school bus were selling blow pops, okay? Like suckers with gum on the inside, like gross, but whatever. So anyway, they were selling blow pops and they were selling them for 25 cents each. And I was like, okay, whatever. But I remember whenever I went to the pill shop, now I realize like that, what a name for a pharmacy, the pill shop. But anyway, I went to the pill shop, which was the place that people would buy all of their blow pops. Like the kids would buy their blow pops there in town. Okay. And I saw that they were 10 cents there. And I was like, okay, so they're buying them for 10 cents and they're selling them for 25. Not a bad gig. Not a bad gig, right? Not a huge overhead. I mean, you're not making a ton of money there. It's not really scalable. As a kid, I was thinking like this. I'm like, 15 cents a pop, maybe 6 people a day. Is that worth it? I don't know. That's where my brain was already there. I was already doing that as like a shorty, like kid, okay? And and then there was this other thing that, does anybody get the Oriental trading catalogs? If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what to say. Just go to their website or something. You'll understand what I mean. I don't know how Oriental trading catalogs ended up in my home when I was a kid, like the same age pretty much as this blow pop situation. I don't know how we were getting these catalogs. My parents were not party planners. They were not. I don't think we ever bought anything from them. It's just we kept getting these catalogs for Oriental trading, which are like party supplies and that sort of thing, okay? And we get it now, which now it makes sense because we do get that stuff. But anyway, we got them, and I remember I would go into my room and I would plan out a carnival, a full-on carnival, okay, that I was going to set up across the street from my house. So across the street from my house was this nature preserve. So like I wasn't going to be able, like zoning. I didn't understand zoning at that point, right? But there was like this nature preserve, and I'm like, that's a lot of room. I could set up a carnival over there. My mind is just like, all right, fine. How much do I need to pay for these things? Girl with no money. How much do I need to pay for these things in order to set up this carnival across the street? I'm not kidding you guys. Like I'm not kidding. And so I remember I would look at, so there had like these doorways of like little sparkly things that hung in doorways, right? And like all of these things that you would have for the carnival. And so I would circle all of the things, and I would think of how they were going to go, and I would think of people's experience. Okay, so when they come in, they're going to need tickets. All right, so I need the rolls of the tickets. That's a first thing that they're going to need. And then they're going to need this, and they're going to need this. My mind was strategizing the entire experience of this carnival, and I was like 10. Okay? So that said, I am a born entrepreneur. Okay? I was born this way. My brain naturally works this way. But Here's the beauty, and here's what I want everybody to understand. Not everybody like that, right? But it can be bred into you. If you surround yourself with the right people that get you thinking the right way, you start having this new and different perspective where you think outside of the box, you think without limitations, right? That's where you can be bred into an entrepreneur. Maybe you weren't born that way, but I'm certain that people can be trained, that their minds can be trained to be that way. And they're going to be trained by the people that were born that way. Does that make sense? So, hi, I was born that way. It's very clear. I was born this way. Like, this is how I am. This is who I am. This is all of my everything. But that's why I can show up and teach you guys this stuff, is because it is so on a cellular level how I think and how I am. Okay? So I can teach that to other people. Like, here, let me teach you. And that's why I'm so transparent in everything that I teach you guys. Like, even I just went live in HBR student group this morning to explain the process behind promoting a program and why it absolutely needs to happen. Okay? I am so incredibly transparent with my own business. And the reason why is because you can learn from the decisions I make. But if I don't share with you the decisions I make, you can't learn from them. So a lot of entrepreneurs, their goal isn't to help other people understand how to be an entrepreneur. Their goal is to grow their own business, whatever that business is. And more power to them. That's totally fine. My goal, because I don't really need to do that, my goal, because we could be sitting on a beach somewhere and living off investments, guys. Like, that's not my goal, okay? So my goal is to make sure that you guys understand every step along the way for me, so you can say, okay, so here's why she made that decision, so that's why I would make this decision. Like, that's exactly how I teach you. And especially in HBR, I did a live video in there this morning that will be nowhere else. It's only in there. Okay, like that, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is HBR. Real quick, I'm just going to go ahead and say this because it is half off, and we had a bunch of people sign up already this morning. I'm not sure what the craziness is about today, but everybody is like, I'm starting right now, and that's what's happening. So, what you would do is you would message Livin the Dream with Martha. It's my Facebook business page. You're going to message us the words case study, rainbows and unicorns, pot at the end of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Really, just whatever you want. Messages, whatever you want. We'll have a conversation, but HBR is half off right now, okay? So my challenge to you is to stop playing around, because none of us are promised tomorrow. I'm going to be honest. I don't intend to get morbid, but none of us are promised tomorrow. That at the end of the day, my question for myself, this is another transparent thing. My question for myself is, did I do at the end of this day today, not next week, not next month, not next year, at the end of the day today, did I do as much as I could possibly do to be able to push the needle in other people's lives so they can be way better off than when they first met me? Did I do everything humanly possible to do that, right? And so you see me growing by leaps and bounds because of that question. Because if at the end of any day, the answer is, I could have done this. Then the next day that happens. Okay, I could have done this. The next day that happens, or I start implementing things that allow me to do those things. Does that make sense? I'm never okay with where I'm at, because where I'm at is only right now today. So the more that I help you guys, the more that I grow, I turn around and help you guys. I grow, I help. I grow, I help. I grow, I help. That's exactly how it goes. Okay, you guys? As leaders, that's how it needs to be, in my opinion. I'm just going to say that. What questions do you guys have? Also, just a heads up on Instagram today, on my Instagram story, you can go ahead and ask questions and I will answer them in video form. So there's that. The answers will probably be tomorrow because I'll wait for all the questions to come in. So there's that. Let's see. Omaha company. Oh, okay. Oriental Trading is. That's awesome. Amanda, I've been in the puke zone a lot in my life until HBR. I didn't know how to or what to do about it or what that meant. Thanks, Martha. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. A lot of people freak out whenever they hit the puke zone. They freak out because they're like, this doesn't feel good. And really it does feel good. They don't realize it. So there's whenever you have an extreme emotion like the puke zone, it has an opposite emotion, okay? Like it has the other side of the coin. So puke zone is kind of like a little bit scared, a little like, ah, right? The other side to that coin is excitement. Is that still, ah, but it's excitement. It's the other side to the coin. Every emotion that we have has another side to the coin, right? And so puke zone is, the coin is like this and you're choosing which side you're taking, okay? You got to choose sides, right? And so are you going to choose the like, oh my gosh, everything is just crumbling around me. I don't know about this. This is crazy. Or are you going to choose like the, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is happening. Da, 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 da. What happens next has everything to do with the side that you've chosen. What happens next has everything to do with the side that you chose. Okay? That's a big deal. Take that home, write it in your binder. Okay? That's a really, really big deal. Christiana, puke zone, fun and easy, reframe it. There it is. There it is. She went live before where? Oh, that was in the HBR student group. The more you practice to do any craft, the better you get. The more you create, the more downloads you get with more ideas. Cindy, you nailed it. Nailed it, nailed it, nailed it. Amanda, I enjoy how you show us how to shift and pivot for the better. Pivots are, I don't know why pivots got a bad rap, man. I'm not sure why they got a bad rap. It's totally weird to me. Why would you not be okay with growing? A pivot is growth. A pivot is saying, okay, well, maybe not that, maybe this instead, right? Like it's growth. For us to frame growth as a bad thing is scary, right? And maybe that's why more people aren't successful because they frame growth as a bad thing because of what it feels like. Instead of just understanding, like there's a palm tree over here across the street that my family takes a walk every night. And we always walk past this palm tree and we always say it has a hairdo. It's got a cute little hairdo. It's a short little palm tree. We like the shorties. But somebody lobbed off the top of it, like its hairdo, you know, it had like a flat top. And then it was kind of like one of those old men that have like, they're bald on top and then they have the fringe. My dad had that. And so somebody lobbed off the top and then it started growing really fast, like these new palms out of the top, these new beautiful palms out of the top. And that wouldn't have happened if it hadn't been lobbed off in the first place, right? The palms were likely dying. And so it had to be lobbed off in order to grow the new ones. It's pruning. It's a law of the universe. It's a law of growth to cut some stuff off. And cutting some stuff off can be a pivot. Cutting off this income stream. Cutting off the way you're doing this. It's just a prune to be able to grow. That's really all that it is. And so to frame it as anything else is kind of just like, man, really limiting and not necessary. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, Christine, people think it's bad because it's like you made a mistake, but if there's a curve on the mountain, dude, pivot. You can make a mistake. I make mistakes all the time. I told you guys in HBR a mistake that I made just a couple weeks ago. I make mistakes all the time. It's what you do from the mistakes. And the longer that they remain mistakes. Because a mistake doesn't remain a mistake if it's been handled. Does that make sense? It doesn't remain a mistake if it's been handled. And if it's been grown from, it's no longer a mistake. It's a point of growth, right? It's just good stuff. All right. Well, you guys, Martha, virtual hug. I love your yellow today. Aw, yeah. Woo. All right, you guys, I'm going to pop out of here. You have the best day ever. I will see you later. Bye-bye.